Well, hi, and welcome to another LRCC Soundbite. This year, as I mentioned last week, we're going to be taking a look through some of the oldest stories in the Bible. We'll think about what they tell us about the world that we live in today. Sounds strange, doesn't it? We'll think about how events thousands of years ago shaped the society that Jesus lived in, and how that now shapes the things that Christians believe and the way that Christians live today. So last week, I introduced you to a man called Abram. And this week, I'll introduce you to his wife, Sarai. So last week, I don't know if you remember, but Abram was 75 years old. Sarai, similar age. God told him to go and start living a nomadic life and promised children to him and Sarai, who'd never been able to have any children at that age. 24 years have now passed by this week. Abram is now 99 years old and meets with God again. No children. In this meeting, God decides to change his name to Abraham, name you might have heard of, and change his wife's name to Sarah, a name that we're very familiar with today. And then off they go again. But there's still no children. Sometime later, on a hot summer afternoon, God came to visit Abraham again. Not just some ethereal voice or feeling, but an actual physical visit in the form of a man, with a couple of angels also in the form of men as well. So 3 of them. When Abraham saw them, I don't think he knew who they were to start with. He immediately invited them to come to his house and be looked after, because that's what you did. That was the culture at the time. Abraham and Sarah, they prepared a meal for them. They gave them drinks. They were very good hosts. The one who was God said to Abraham that he was going to come back again in a year's time. And by then, Sarah would have a son. Sarah, in her late 90s, never been able to have a baby. She overheard this conversation, and this is what the Bible says her reaction was. She laughed and said to herself, "Now that I'm worn out and my husband is old, will I really know the joy of children?" God did hear this, of course, and he questioned, why did you laugh? And told them, "I'm God. Nothing is too difficult for me to do." I think Sarah was probably a little bit worried that she'd offended God, but she still managed to try and claim that, no, I didn't laugh. Honest, she said, but, I wonder if this is the oldest recorded session of banter when God came back with, "Yeah, you did." Anyway, of course, less than a year later, Sarah had a baby, and we'll hear more about that baby next week. But for this week, my message is simply this. However hard you think things are, or however impossible you think a situation might be, God is the creator, and there really is nothing at all in this world that is too difficult for him. When we do the things that he wants us to do, everything is possible, whatever it is we might think. I don't know what might be going on for you at the moment that seems impossible, or at the very least, very difficult. Why not ask for God's help? Have a great week. God bless you.